J-Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. We here to break down The Chi Season 7, Episode 7. My first reaction with the MORESCORE rating. Let's get into it. Actually was a good episode. In my opinion, they had a lot going on. And coincidentally, I was just back home in the Chi this weekend. And a lot has changed. I will say that. A lot has changed, and I don't know if it's all for the better. But anyway, this episode, we see it kick off as Darnell's birthday. Everybody happy, dancing, chilling. Jada, him, they smoking, sipping mimosas. Next thing you know, she's saying, hey, before we get to enjoy the rest of your birthday, I got a doctor's appointment to get to. And that's when we learn that her cancer's back and it has metastasized. And the doctor said chemo probably won't help. It won't save her life. Which I would want to get a second opinion. But I mean, hey. It's the least you can do. But that's not good news. And so she holds it in. She don't tell him right away, which I'm sure was tough. Before I go any further, let me give a shout out to the couple in the comments right quick. Damian Kenny was good, fam, for your support coming through. As always, Rashonda was good, sis. I appreciate you for coming through. And I'm in here. I'm hanging in there. Whew. It was a good weekend, but it had some bad and tough moments. But anyway, still here for now. Still here for now. Anyway, so we see in this episode, boy, Reg is so dirty, ain't he? He gonna try to steal everybody woman that come around. We see he's later with I can't remember dude's name, but the mushroom weed man, and he got his girl, and he over there at the apartment, and then Reg is making little googly eyes, and he trying to get his girl to go to the car to grab the little shrooms. She ain't going. Next thing you know, he go to get it. Reg make a move. He hollering. Now, of course, we find out before he go to the car, he on thin ice from cheating on her, which he should have just went on here to the car instead of letting that cat out the bag, let her know he was vulnerable. Anyway, he got back up. He must have ran to the car and got back up them steps. He ain't leave too much wiggle room. Anyway, we see also Jake. Some of these dudes talk too much. These young boys run their mouth too much. Jake give too much information to Reg, and he's still following Reg orders, talking about, I need the mob to protect me. And he talking about who he gonna come get and what he gonna do and getting the information. A mob, what did he call him? My boy Ahmad, what's his name? I be switching him up. Bakari. Bakari's character. Man, what's wrong with Bakari? Why he talk too much? Why he even in Jake's room talking about, yeah, and our brothers don't mess with each other. Maybe we shouldn't either. Like, y'all sound crazy. This is the same thing like Bloods and Crips type stuff. Well, he a Blood and he a Crip. Well, I guess we can't mess with each other no more. It is a lot of that still going on and things, but he doing this kind of unnecessarily. It wasn't like people was checking or like they wearing their hat to the left or the right or they wearing blue or red. Like you are starting to beef with your friend for no reason. Anyway, we saw earlier he think he Bakari think he protecting Nuck by trying to have her take out Reg. And he like, man, what is you on? Anyway, he ain't ready for these type of moves. And if anything, I'm surprised, Jake ain't tell Reg that it's Bakari that's the problem. He the one running his mouth. He the one told old girl it probably was you that did something. So, if anything, that's what he should been. If if he was trying to get dirty, I guess he don't want to really get his boy killed or whacked. So I guess that's a good thing he didn't do that. I mean, hey, that would be pretty bad. But Nucks, I mean, like Jake, when he went to go talk to the mob and tell them to look out for Reg, because Reg told him, go tell the mob, look out for me, because if whoever trying to take me out, I want them to look out if any car is suspicious, light them up. So when Jake go there, Nuck, he got his arm around him, and Jake throwing it and mad and this and that, which I ain't never like another dude putting his arm around me unless we teammates playing a game or something in the football huddle or something. But anyway, the way he going back and forth with Nuck, and then Nuck told him, hey man, anything he wanted to go through the mob, it need to go through me. But I think Jake kind of smelling himself a little bit right now, considering that what you call it, his brother Reg is in town and got his back. So, what's up with Kesha? Still unlikable. I don't know Emmit, man. He need to get an award, boy. What he going through with his brother, Kesha. Emmit get no love, man. No respect. They call him Emmit Dangerfield in this mother. And then, of all people, he gonna fire one of his little friendship group members. That's why you can't. That's why you can't work with, hang with people you work with if you the boss. Because if something go wrong, you gonna have to let them go. Then it's gonna be all kind of extra stuff attached. They know too much information, and they're gonna say this, or they can whatever, or you gonna feel bad. Not that you shouldn't feel bad, but anyway, I don't know. Y'all let me in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Was Emmit wrong for firing Jackie Long? I don't remember Jackie Long, the name on the show, but I don't know. He said, you fired. I guess he fired him because he didn't want to fire his brother, but he should have just fired his brother. I don't know. Maybe both of them at least. Damian Kenny, you say Jackie been catching heat for Reg. Jake been catching heat for Reg. Jake could go with Kev to get his bike from Maisha because Reg is affiliated. Yeah. They might need Bobby Bailey. They might need to get Brandon mom to take Nut. Brandon mom. You talking about from season 1 and 2? 305, Mr. City, never do a crime with Emmett brother. Boy is straight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he horrible. And he don't listen. He done got in with Reg. Reg gonna murk him. He come up short with the money with Reg. Reg had you on the corner. And he saw them nails. He like, oh, you one of them? You one of them? Oh, yeah, I'm about to have my way with this dude. I'm going to have him wearing Kool-Aid lipstick in the pen, making me money. Jackie Long is Keith. Chanel, Kesha pretty self-sitting, up there taking care of her kid and all Emmett's kids, while one of his BM act like she forgot about her son. Emmett don't got it that bad. First of all, Keisha put her own goofy self in that position. Talking about, we got you, we take care of it, then complain about it all the time. Send his ass back to his mama. She afraid of Tiff, so she looking out for Tiff more than her man, right? She got Tiff, but she ain't got Emmett. What type of, that don't make no sense, man. I'm just being real. So if you, who you owe your loyalty to, let's be real, your girlfriends or your man? Well, I mean, they talking about black women save the world. I can't tell, what is they talking about? And yeah, I think Emmett, he's paying all the bills. He taking care of the kids. He's running a business. He dealing with people stealing from him. He didn't have to deal with people trying to kill him. He almost died trying to get money with Duda and all this stuff for Keisha. Emmett don't got it that bad, Chanel. We've been watching the same show, sweetie. Come on now, this man. This man almost died over this damn girl, man. And she ain't got nothing but complaints. She ain't got nothing but complaints. No appreciation. Come on, man. Any man want to hear what she got after all Emmett been through? Come on. He in debt. He had all kind. Boy, had to be happy somebody got murked. Chanel, you say he should have put Jackie Long character on probation and fire his brother. In my opinion, the brother need help. I might have did that. I might have did that one. I'm with you on that one now. I was thinking about that when I was originally saying when he was firing it, but I want to, kind of keep going. But yeah, I might do that. That's a good idea. He probably should have did that. Plus Jackie was mopping. He a hard worker. And the little nail biter over there, he ain't want to do nothing. He complained he got a mop. Oh man, I need this job. He like, don't you live with your mama? He like, I got kicked out. I'd be like, well, where you live then? In my car. Hey man, you got too many secrets. You can't work here no more. You can't. How long you been living in your car? How long have you got kicked out from your mama? And you've been working here all this time and didn't say that? You can just walk around with all these lies and secrets, but as soon as you get busted, you just spill them like that. Man, you're dangerous. You're dangerous. Because you have no loyalty but to yourself. Because really, you have no problem doing any of the deeds. And then once it's busted, you'll spill the beans or say it ain't your fault. Like that, ooh. You thought he was scared of Jackie Long when he caught him in the bathroom before. Ain't no talking next time I see you. Ain't no talking. You get the foo fops. Straight up. There ain't no talking, man. What the heck? Oh, my goodness. First of all, here's rule number one. When everybody think they talking about they grown. I'm grown. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a strong black woman. I'm a grown woman. I'm a grown-ass woman. You better I'm a grown man. You know what? Growth doesn't mean size or age. Technically, by law, we have to frame it by something. But truth be told, you're grown because you're responsible for your own decisions. Somebody can give you advice. Do you have to take it? You can work somewhere. Who made you work there? Who made you not work there? Who, all these things, we all have different starts in life and childhood and different things, but at a certain age, who told you not to try to get some education or try to look things up or work here or do this or do that? And I know it's a lot of nuance, but for the most part, as an adult, you're responsible for your own decisions. Jackie Long could have said, hey, man, go on and take it out the safe. He said, man, I can't do that. I already took 3,000. I already owe him. I ain't gonna pay it back. If I get caught, I'm gonna lose his trust. He didn't even have to say that. He could have just thought this and just said, "Oh, okay," and just never do it. And because he realized that could ruin the relationship, and I'm responsible. And what I'm gonna say? Well, he mentioned it. Well, he's a goofy, and he think he helping. So sometimes you gotta consider this. Not something. Always consider the source of information in life, because you never know what people, they could be trying to mean well, but they going off of their information in life, and that's the best decisions they can come up with. One of the things, like when Keisha and Emmett was at the little, he got rid of the kids. He got a hotel room. They in the nice little fuzzy little robes, and then she talking about, you need to do more and you need to do this and that. How much more? I got rid of the kids. And she got off the couch and walked away. What? Chanel, how, what? They, she got off the couch and walked away. Let's see. Bobby Bailey, Emmett must really love Keisha to put up with her. I mean, for real. For real, for real. Chanel, her and her son almost got unalive to over Emmett, but agree to disagree. Oh my goodness. Her and her son almost got unalive because of Emmett. All right, we'll move on, but let me just ask in the comments. In the Emmit-Kesha relationship, whether y'all live or in the comments replay, who's more at fault for why they may be in this situation they're in? Like, is Emmett really not doing enough? I mean, I'm not saying it's only 100-some game, but who's the majority to blame in this situation? Is Emmett not doing enough? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm going to learn something for the future for me. Maybe he's not doing enough. And maybe her complaints are all valid. Or is Keisha tripping and not being appreciative? Maybe she has trauma issues she's dealing with. Totally understandable, and all kind of other things that she going through. But she don't work. She don't pay anything. She put herself in taking in another kid while pregnant, while the other girl's sitting there eating ice cream with no kid, chilling. I mean, she letting, if anything, she should be more mad at what you call it. Too many damn people. Anyway, Tanae C, I don't understand why Alicia believed Nuck didn't take out her son because he said he didn't, like he wouldn't lie. I agree. And then she still don't trust him though, but she take out a delivery man on DoorDash trying to get Reg and pull off, but then let Nuck sit there. And then she talking to, see, this is the one thing I think is really dangerous, the most dangerous scene in the show, in my opinion. And this part was, man, weaponizing the system. When she was talking to her friend that's a judge, so if you got people with connections and they're your enemy, they can have judges or law enforcement put you through the system and lock you up. Like, that's un-American. That's like Gestapo tactics. Now, maybe they can do that to him because he got a rap sheet and other things, but to be able to do that, period, private citizen, just say, hey, that's what I was like, ooh, that scared me right there, because I don't approve of nothing like that from nobody on no sides, no political sides, no amount of money. I don't think people should, if you have something going on and you wanted it, what you should do like everybody else and call 911 or call the police and report your report like everybody else. You know, you don't have secret police and deals, backroom deals, taking people away and stuff. That's really scary. Anyway, that's like what the gulag. Anyway, um, Bobby Bailey, you say Keisha is to blame. She's not understanding. I agree, man. I agree. I mean, that right there was just some stuff right there. 305 Mr. City, that Shy and Reg scene was dope. At first, I thought Reg was gonna pop him. I ain't gonna lie. And then when I saw how they started talking, I'm like, oh, okay, that is kind of dope. He kind of always kind of looked out for him, gave a little game. You know, Shad ain't know what she was about to do. If I was Shad though, knowing how close they are now, ain't no way I would have drove her over there to take a look at him and pop him. I couldn't even have did that. I'd have been like, what? Well, okay, to his credit, he didn't know she was going to do that. She just opened the glove box and did that. But we wouldn't even have drove over there. I'd have been like, oh, baby, we can end this right now. I know them. They ain't did that. That young ninja, he gave you some wrong info. Straight up. That's what you hired me for, baby. I got this. I know them. I've been in these streets. He one of my little shorties. You know what I'm saying? I done raised him. Me and his brother go way back. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, straight up. We ain't riding around looking for no red. What? I know where he at. We ain't got. So that wouldn't even have went that way with me. But I mean, hey, 305, Mr. City. I'm glad Trig liking real women now. Never understood why they made his character like the Autobots. I mean, you know, storylines, right? The real thing is, you know, Tiff really, you know, don't care about that. Anyway, I don't even want to get distracted. Roll out. Anyway, we see that Tiff belly looks so humongous. Is it me or did that belly look fake? That belly looked fake to me. Tiff belly looked plastic like a mug. Straight up. Like a little baby doll belly. Soraya, Keisha knew what she was getting into. He had all those kids when they met. It's not satisfying her. I do feel they should show him taking care of business more because he's rarely at Smokey's. They really don't show Emmett no more as a main character. Like, we kind of see Emmett in other people's stuff, but we don't follow Emmett. You know what I mean? We see somebody else doing something, and then here's Emmett, you know, and then something else happened, and there he is. But we don't really follow his hustles like we used to, from Smokies to shoes to all that stuff he was doing. Um, we just kind of see him at places where other people, other characters are. Like this episode, we saw they had a party at the rink, which is a classic roller skating rink. It looked like that was the rink, which is on Stony Island, no, 79th. 79th or 87? 87. It's been a minute. Anyway, it looked like it, but then again, I ain't been in a minute. But that was a classic roller skating joint. I thought it went out of business. Anybody back at the crib may know, let me know. But anyway, they had a little skating party. It was like a 90s throwback for Darnell's birthday. He actually took the earpiece out. I guess it's dangerous roller skating without the earpiece. With the earpiece. But anyway, Jada had to hold it in. Didn't let him know she was sick. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff, you know, with Keisha and Emmett and everybody there. It was good. You right. We don't see a lot of Emmett like we used to, but I guess it's a lot of different storylines. Because one of the things I was thinking in the beginning of this episode is, man, they got a lot of storylines going on right now. For example, they brought old Tusi back. I remember that name, Toussaint, Detective Toussaint. And it just so happens, because she been wanting to get Reg to help clear and get her son out, that she do dirty work for that judge. That just so happens to know, man, they make Chicago look really small. The odds of these things, I mean, whoa. Anyway, they just so happen to be wanting Reg, and the same thing, everybody interests align. So, I mean, Chicago, I'm going to tell you something. I could barely turn and make turns downtown on a Saturday or any day. It's so many people. When you get the light and you try to make a turn or go forward, there's so many people crossing the street. And man, that's another thing that changed. Crystal, you want to know how I went this weekend? I'll tell you a big change. All my life growing up in Chicago, when we crossed the street downtown, you put a little pep in your step. And if the light was about to turn, you might do a little double time and doop, doop, doop. Okay, get my ass out your way. Even the older person, these people walk like this. I'm like, man, if you don't move your ass across this street, I'm gonna run you over. I mean, I couldn't believe how slow these people cross the street. It was, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. And also, they built way too many condos. And I mean, wow. They look beautiful. It's a lot down there, but they built way too many condos and hotels downtown Chicago now. Way too many people live down there. It ain't even cool now. And a lot of the views and things that I used to see blocked out by buildings. There's so much traffic downtown. What? And they got everybody that don't use sunscreen. They ain't down there. Let me tell you that much. They are not down there. They made everybody think that they was going to the suburbs and paid high prices, and then they bought all this real estate pennies on the dollar because it wasn't much down there, and built it up. It's so expensive to park and see stuff and do this and do that they basically have made it class. So they don't have to say this type of people or this color. You can't afford it. Normally, a certain type of people don't have certain disposable income. And if you do, well, I guess you must be doing so okay. So come on. But don't you mess up. We'll diddy you. Diddy bop you. Anyway, that's a complicated thing too, because if he didn't live that lifestyle, it would be a lot harder to try to say that about you. So you kind of, But anyway, Soraya, you say Shy wasn't even aware that he was still alive. Yeah, I know, right? That was crazy. He was sitting there at the table earlier in the episode, and everybody was worried about him. And he ain't even say nothing. Well, that's when they was talking about what Jamal, because we see Janae. Ain't that Jamal's sister? Janae, something like that. She a smart ass, ain't she? Because we see they about to get their hospital bills paid. We don't need your money. If you don't you about to start working 2, 3 jobs, pay these bills. You got Medicaid, Medicare. Agent Orange already cut it. Anyway, we see that he actually wakes up. And that was a sweet scene, that when he woke up, his, you know, sister and his woman, his wife, was there for him and waiting for him. It is good to have some loved ones there when you coming through some difficult times, and they there to support you through thick and thin. So that was a good scene. Another good scene that I enjoyed this episode was, although I did look at that table, when the two ladies kind of bonded over their brother, even though she has a smart ass mouth. She's young and she got a little stuff to go through. Renee, Janae, Lene, Dame Dollar, thank you. Lene, little smart ass mouth. What she say? What she say to her at the damn kitchen table? What he like about you or what? No, she say, and what if he die? And she like, don't say that. But what if he die? But don't be think. But what if he? So what you want her to say? She trying to set you up, make you feel better. I got your back. I'll be there for you. I don't want you here for me. Well, what you want me to say? What if he? You want me to say he won't? I don't. You want me to lie? Because if I say he won't, how you know? You know what? You better eat this peach cobbler and shut your little. See, after that though, they kind of bonded a little. But then I looked at that table of food. He ain't gonna recognize them if he stayed asleep too long. He wasn't gonna recognize them. He gonna be like, "What happened to my wife and sister?" We here. We here, baby. If we ain't cheat on you. You're gonna be like, man, what the heck? We had a little grief we was eating. Crystal, it's not that, or they just walk out in the street while traffic is moving like they don't care about getting hit. You talking about down, man, I'm telling you, man. And you know what else would they do crossing the street? Everybody got some damn headphones in their ear. I mean, for real, take that out your ear when you crossing the street. Now, I'm specifically said downtown Chicago because I was driving all around. There was a couple times where people was crossing the street right at the light, and they did do a double step. Now, I don't know. This is a Chicago thing. I ain't really been around a whole lot of traffic where it's a lot of walking and stuff here. And if it is, it's probably some damn uh event downtown, the Pacers game or something like that, and people walk. I don't even expect them to do. They like tourists. And my mom was saying it's a lot of tourists in Chicago. I don't know. Maybe they were some tourists. I think a lot of them live there, which it would be cool to live there. You can not have to drive and go to every store. They got every kind of store in walking distance if you live there. Anyway, they need to do a little double step in that air across the street. Anyway, 305, Mr. City, you say Lene 2. Is Kesha 2.0. She babyless Kesha. Babyless Kesha in this month. Damian Kenny, you say Lene is not used to trusting people. Lene called Dom a pass around before the nuptials. Yeah, that was a crazy little scene right there. But I think they bonded a lot and grew together since then. But yeah, and that's another thing. Although I will say, I just thought of this. I sometimes have thoughts before a thought. And after a thought, I'm about to say one thing and think of one other thing. But I was going to say, sometimes people trauma they have, it's no timeline on healing. I was gonna say, maybe it's about time to move on, but then I thought about it and say, but each person is different. And that's one of the things I've learned going through my own things, is that people have said to me through my life and what I've gone through in these last few years is what I should be doing or what I should have gotten over with by now or then or whatever the case. And sometimes it may be accurate and sometimes it's not. And I just think that each person, in my experience, has their own timeline on when they can get over certain things or not. Now, I'm not trying to say that's an excuse that if some things happen that maybe shouldn't take years to take care of, and it does, maybe need a little additional help, because you don't want something to end up preventing you from moving forward with the rest of your life too long. I'm sure if something have an effect, it's going to have an effect, but you don't want it to quote unquote paralyze the rest of your life. No pun intended. Anyway, Bobby Bailey, good question. Switch it up. You said, who is the finest woman on the shot? First of all, I will say this. It is some fine women in Chicago in real life, I'm saying. In real life, I'm going to have to give it up to the sisters in Chicago, boy. And some bad women in Chicago. Dress nice, take care of themselves, I mean, it's all kind of people everywhere and things. But in Indianapolis, the nicest women I see are at church. It's like the church type crowd all around, though, in Chicago. But anyway, on the show, let's take pregnancies out of it. So Keisha not being pregnant, or what's the other girl pregnant? I can't remember her name. Man, what's wrong with me? Tiff not being pregnant. Who else? Lala. Ooh. Even though Tiff and Lala, they not the same age bracket. Tiff, I wouldn't put in like as a young girl either. But I would say, who else is there on the show other than them three? Who am I missing? Y'all want me to say Lynn Whitfield? I might go with Tiff. It's between Tiff and Lala. But hey, I've said before, I got a weak spot for a caramel or a red bone. They might win me over, man. Till they start talking crazy. Anyway, Bobby Bailey, you say Dom Slim down, still look good. Yeah, Lala, man. Hey, Lala Anthony. And that's I'm glad you kind of brought that up. It just jogged my memory. And that is my mental notes that when Dom and Lene were talking on the table at the kitchen, and she was saying about the jump off of, well, she didn't literally say it, but she said, people don't see me, and your brother saw me and he ain't leave. And what she mean, of course, is most people see, and here's just being plain English, women, men are visual, and they see a woman so voluptuous and looking good. It's like a Disneyland for that ding ding. You know what I mean? They want to get on that ride. You know what I mean? They want to get on all the rides and enjoy all of the bells and whistles. But are they really seeing the character and the person? Or are they just trying to get on the rides, and then leave? So that's what she was saying, in the sense of like, yeah, of course we see you, but you really having conversation or understanding of who I am, or are you just trying to get something from me? Which men, the only way I could equate this with men, because we don't have this same type of feeling in life, other than think of if somebody's trying to talk to you or be your friend just to get money from you. It's probably the same thing. How would you feel if everybody you talk to, you don't know if they actually talking to you because they like you or they trying to get some money out of you? And that's kind of like with a woman like that, or I'm pretty sure most women, various scales of attractiveness have gone through this, but men being nice to you or being around you because they want to get money from you. Basically, some men want the money and the honey, which is a double whammy, So, anyway, I forgot all about Tracy. Oh my goodness! So I had to put Tracy and Lala in a different category compared to Tiffany and Kesha. Although they in a different category too. I'd put Tracy and Lala at the veteran category, which is actually sadly the category I'm in. I'm ain't that young no more, and that's where I would be. So they don't look like older women to me. I guess as you get older, views kind of. Now, Tiff and Kesha don't look like young girls, but they look like women, younger women. And then, there ain't no teenagers on here, so that's good. So, yeah, Tracy, Jada, I tell you, Jada Bazoombas was hanging out this episode. They didn't look like nothing was wrong with them. They were sure hanging out that dress, wasn't they? Jada, all of them had to be in that category. If I was to go into that category, I might have to. It'd be between Tracy and Lala. And I don't know, man. That'd be a tough one. Might have to go with Lala on that one. Soraya, you say Lala looks better on BMF. Well, she rich or live a more lavish life on BMF. So her hair will always look better and she'll always have better outfits and better quality stuff. Whereas here she you know, woman that work at Smokies cook in the kitchen. She used to cook out her own kitchen of her house. I don't know what happened. She used to have a hell of a hustle, like her own hood restaurant. All of a sudden, she broke working at Smoke. That was the worst move she could have ever did. That was a horrible move. She could have had her own dang on restaurant. Anyway, she ain't got it like her BMF days, but she still got a natural beauty. I thought actually, and we move on from this part, but when she was sitting in the kitchen and she had a little sports bra and she ain't really have on no makeup and this and that, I was looking like, you know what? She's really pretty. Not that I was surprised, but like she got a natural beauty. She don't have to be all done up to me. I actually like a woman. It's a balance. I like them both. Done up and you be just natural yourself. Because who want to always be, it's like your man always wear a suit and tie every day or something. This ain't the 1950s. Anyway, one of the most powerful scenes of the Shy, I have to give the actors credit, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into the MORESCORE for this episode, is when my man, shout out to Rolando Boyce, my boy Darnell. For those that didn't know, Darnell, Rolando, he has been on this channel and did an interview with me before. I thought I would have saw him this weekend. He may have came, but I left early from the little thing because I brought my mom. She wanted to come, and hey, it is what it is. It wasn't like she was ruining my vibe or my style. Anyway, they had a powerful scene when Jada told Darnell the news about her cancer at the end of the episode and broke down into tears, but slowly as she was telling him, because he's saying, well, we'll fight it. We'll keep doing this together. And she like, nah, it ain't really like that. And as he slowly understood the gravity of the situation and everything, that was really sad, really powerful scene. It made me actually have a few questions. Let me get a swig right quick. I'm gonna tell you a couple things I thought as soon as I saw that, I'll tell you what I thought. All right. I thought, man, is it really a good thing to know like how sick you are? Like, I get it. Had she have found it out and they said the prognosis is good or it's early and we can do this, then you probably would say, yeah, it is good to know. I'm happy. But if you find out it's bad and now they telling you there's nothing they can do, now instead of just living your life and then croak randomly, even though it maybe wasn't random because they knew it was coming, you'll be sad and not as happy those days. Think about how she was at that party. But think at the beginning of the episode how happy they were. The only thing that changed was the knowledge that she received. Now, maybe maybe she was sick. Either way, she had the knowledge. But would she have enjoyed the party? Would she be enjoying the rest of her days more? Excuse me. Now, I'm not advocating that if you terminal or have bad news, don't tell me. Um, and of course, you want to get things as much information as possible as soon as possible. I mean, as men, we definitely don't. I know I need to go and get a few things checked out. I've been delaying on myself. So I'll be thinking as long as I don't go and check it out, then I'm okay. God will heal me. Soon as they tell me something wrong, dang it. I know that's a bad philosophy, right? R. Burris, I'll pick Bianca over Tracy. I forgot all about Bianca. Yeah, I mean, but Tracy, boy, oh man, Ty Davis ain't no joke, man. But yeah, Bianca ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Ambi Bambi, what's good, mama? You say, I sobbed at the end, child. I sobbed at the end, child. Knowing what it feels like to even tell someone you have cancer, it hit home for me. I feel you, girl. I tried to read that with some emotion. But yeah, man, that right there, that's why I kind of picked that. That was powerful. Who knows what I may have. But as of now, thank the Lord, that's not an issue I have. But I remember seeing family and people when I was injured and then having to talk and tell people this and people sad and things. And I think what's hard on us as people is that, and especially men, traditional men, not necessarily because they lean one way or the other, but a lot of men today just don't have a lot of values like whatever traditional ways. But as a man, what I mean is you want to try to find solutions or try to provide or try to fix something. And if it's a issue, something like that, or somebody with a terminal condition or something, and you can't provide a solution, you can't help, you just your loved one or someone you care about, and just nothing you can do to alleviate the pain. It's very hurtful, and I felt that. And so, when I saw him and he trying to come and be supportive and say what they can do, and realizing ain't nothing he can really do, that's part of man's problem in a way, is that we think we can fix and make and do all this stuff, and it could lead to more problems. And truth be told, we probably can't. Anyway, I'm going to get into the MORESCORE for this episode and break it on down. But this was a good episode, man. Had a lot of good moments in it. Yeah, I liked it. It has some good stuff. Let's get into it and break it down. All right. The MORESCORE is my little rating system I use to be non-biased. 4 categories, real simple. 25 points each, give you $1. Let's see. The visual cinematography was good. I like how they did the roller skating area and things, and they kind of showed with Jada and Darnell how that scene was shot, and you could feel the emotion and things. And they did a little bit better than normal on a few of them, and how they followed Emmett when he went to go fire Jackie Long over his brother and all of that. I give it, out of a 25 being a top score, I give it a 20, 22. Visuals, storyline and plot for this episode. I enjoyed the storyline and plot for this episode, seeing what's going on with Emmett's brother and getting in the hot water, what they say, out of the frying pan into the skillet. With Reg, we see what's going on with Kesha. Oh my goodness. She need to go ahead and send EJ little fat self back over there to what you call it, Kesha, to Tiffany, and let Tiffany do what she need to do. Cause Tiff, you pregnant too. You just as pregnant as her. She got help. She got money. She can afford. Anyway, don't get me started on some damn Kesha. She's starting to make me feel like Tasha. She evoking them Tasha, them Tasha vibes in me. Anyway, uh, of course, the end with the diagnosis talk was powerful. I'm gonna give this storyline and plot a 22. It's also interesting seeing what Reg is doing with the mob and this crooked uh, police. She talking about we gonna kill the killers and lock them up and da. Yeah, she tweaking over there, but it shows that tweakers still get things done with their connections, which is scary. We got special effect, makeup, costumes. Not too much special effects, but we did see they had, of course, everybody with the usual Chicago look and everything, contemporary. But I thought Tiffany Belly looked real plastic and fake. But that's my opinion. I'm going to give it a 20 out of 25 for special effects. And last but not least, entertaining fun factor. I did enjoy this episode. I'm going to give it a 21 out of 25. And that bring it to a total of an 85 for this episode, or an 8.5. I liked it. I think that they did a good job overall with conveying the story of what's happening in this episode, letting everybody see it's a lot of stuff going on. But one thing though, I wonder how many people that's never been to Chicago think that some of this stuff is possible. And what I mean by that, I forgot all about talking about the preacher and the white girl. But what I was gonna say is, what? How do people think this is possible? Is in how do all these people know each other? I just don't see how all these people are so tightly connected and bumping into each other, and they know this and know that and none of that. I just don't think that's possible. You know how many times and people I will come across and meet that you never would know or never see again or all kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, overall, I liked it. I can't complain. Damian Kenny, you give it an 85. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair score. I mean, of course, I always give a .5 margin of discretion. So if somebody thought it was a 90, I mean, they can make the case for that. Maybe certain scenes hit them harder than others. And if some people thought it was an 8, maybe boring, it didn't have enough of this, I can see their point. Um, that's why it may have landed perfect for me because I do like the dialogue and the emotions, but I do like action and stuff too. If I was to make a Chicago show like The Shy and was to be following like a gang, like the mob, then it would probably not have them people with a lot of relationships. Um, just because they'd be too busy running the street and not be following and highlighting that type of stuff. But I'd probably, if I was gonna make it, it'd have to go back into the '90s because I don't know what the heck they doing today. They cash apping everybody. Like I say, I don't know what they do today over there. So anyway, get up out of here. Bobby Bailey, I agree with you 100% right here, which is that Emmett is gonna take it really hard when he hear about his mom cancer came back, and it might change Keisha's attitude. Oh my goodness, another reason she need to chill out, and she ain't the only one stressing, and that she gonna have to be easy on Emmett. She gonna have to go ahead and give him a little head, make him feel better, cause he gonna be sad and crying. His brother robbing him. He almost got killed. You pregnant and always complaining. His mama dying. Make him feel better now, okay? And make him feel good. Give him a break. Talking about, he say something about his wife, but I ain't your wife. Really? Talking about, I'm taking care of your kids and mine. Oh, and yours? Oh my goodness, Keisha. Anyway, let me get up out of here, y'all. I think one of the things I'm gonna say before I go, one of the things before I get out of here, is they make it seem like Emmett's supposed to cater to all the women, and he can't say nothing. He can't speak up. That's all. Anyway, it just makes him look kind of like a doormat sometimes, in my opinion. But anyway, all right, y'all. We get up out of here. Deuces. I'll see y'all on the next one.